In this video, John and I fly over what was, for many years, one of the most secretive and highly guarded military sites in England.
My name is Tim Palmer. I fly a Jodel DR1050 out of this farm strip in East Anglia.
Well, this is a nice surprise because I thought today was going to be okay, but I didn't realise it was going to be as nice as this.
No, I didn't.
But very, very annoying that I left my foot pump
it's one of those
in the car. It's just that, you know, as you can see through those holes, you've got to have a valve adapter that is straight on.
Yeah.
And I managed to get that one from Helford some time ago. But I do look at other people's setups and think, yeah, it would be so much easier with a bigger orifice, so as to speak.
Well, some people have got little doors.
Yeah.
With hinges, but you know, is it worth it? You might think it is. Other people might think it's not. You know, it's to what you like.
Transponder coming on. Okay, you happy?
I am happy.
Nailing traffic, Golf Alpha Yankee Echo Hotel is rolling, nailing traffic.
Not only that, we're going flying.
Yeah.
And I believe we are flying. Like a milk pond. It's lovely, isn't it? Absolutely smooth.
Yeah, yeah.
I spoke too soon.
As I say, I just want to go to the stadium quickly to see what's going on.
That's fine. You can have that yawn. I normally have my normal yawn, I've just had one.
Alright, okay. Yeah, you haven't got to worry because there's no front camera.
Right.
So it doesn't get picked up by the back.
That's fine.
That's where I was looking earlier on today. Because that's the road we drive down, or I drive down.
Yeah.
And there was a police roadblock at the top, and everything coming this way and out onto the dual carriageway was all snarled up.
There's a whole queue of cars there, look, turned. But
yeah, it's a busy junction. Where the police car was and where he had the roadblock, that's all away now. First time I've flown without my cap for ages.
Oh, crikey.
My foot pump was not the only thing I left behind. Visibility's pretty good, isn't it?
It is.
Contact one.
Well, hang on. Yeah.
Have you got it?
Yeah.
Going over the top of Boxton?
Yeah. Looks like it's fine. Turning into us. Head to head. Albeit we're a lot higher. That looks like it's going down into something.
Yeah, I think he's certainly having a look at Boxton.
Flying over the Orwell Bridge, I always remember my early flying days because I did all of my basic training at Ipswich Airport, of course, no longer exists.
Didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, it's interesting to see the way that boat is coming up the channel.
Yeah.
And the channel seems to be marked by all the moored yachts.
Yeah.
Did you ever go into Martlesham?
Where?
Martlesham Heath.
Yes, once I think, once or twice, I can't remember.
I went in when I was training, and I think I was one of the last few aircraft to land before they dug it up.
Right.
I think they've still got, I don't know whether it's the control tower or something, but they've just got something which is a reminder to the old airfield. But I mean, at the beginning of the war or pre-war, Martlesham Heath was what we have now as Boscombe Down as a main testing place, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But they decided it was a little bit too close to the east coast if we were going to be invaded.
Yeah, or bombed. Well, yeah, same thing. No idea.
But we're over the top of it now.
Yeah.
Doesn't look as if that could have been a runway there. There's a long straight bit.
Possible.
Towards those radar dishes or satellite dishes, because that's BT research, isn't it? Now?
Yeah.
And it always amazes me how close Bentwaters and Woodbridge are. If you look on the runway, I think there's a model being flown. There was.
Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, and the things there, they're like they're little. What we used to do when we were flying the models. Got your little pits to land in.
Yeah.
Now that one's right out. Gonna come over 1, 2, 3 now. They are fast. I used to love flying models, but I've just sort of stopped.
Yeah.
Don't really know why.
It always amazes me, all this amount of river that's behind the sandbar.
Yeah. Yeah. That goes all the way around.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful day. Wasn't it something to do with nuclear?
Well, it was a whole lot of research during the start of the war, because they were working on basic radar, and they were working on, not 100% sure, but I do know that they were doing pulse sending beams out in order to try and experiment with radar and with signals.
Scientists working on the possibility of developing a ray gun failed, but that research led in turn to the invention of the radar.
Because all this bit here was during the war extremely top secret, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, very much so.
Not only during the Second World War, but well into the Cold War and beyond. In fact, as I said, right up to 1980.
So today we're going for a walk to what's been described as one of the most extraordinary places in Britain. I know, I'm so excited, I can't tell you. We're out here on the Suffolk coast at Orford, and we're going to Orford Ness.
Now the only way to get across to Orford Ness is via a little ferry, which is just down the end of this street here. There it is over there, Orford Ness. For many years, a secret government military research establishment. And from here you can actually see some of the concrete structures that they use for their mysterious experiments. And we'll be over there having a look around that quite soon. Just on the other side of this tidal river here was for many years one of the most secretive places in the whole of Britain. And the remnants of the work that was done there are still there in the landscape. It's a really mysterious, beguiling place, and I've wanted to go here for many years. So I'm so excited about this trip today. So this area out here was the original military installation on what was once grazing land. This was an airfield for experimentation with early aircraft that was established in 1913. Already the first impression is of an incredible landscape. It's operated by the National Trust. So there's a National Trust office at the quay where you check in, and then they give you a little briefing on the boat, and then when you arrive, a gentleman then also gives you a briefing about a little bit of the potted history of how it was grazing land for centuries, and then it started to be used by the military from 1913, initially just for test flying aircraft, and then they went on to testing bombs and bombing, and then it became a little bit more experimental during the Second World War and then during the Cold War. And the military abandoned the site in the mid-1980s. The National Trust took it over not long after that, and we'll talk a little bit about why they did. It's actually not for this old grazing land here, which they've restored to grazing. It's for the shingle beach, the shingle shoreline, which is the longest stretch of vegetated shingle shoreline in Europe. And I think the gentleman says it represents something like 12% of the world's vegetated shingle shoreline, which means it must be incredibly rare, right?
Because basically you got all that water there, it doesn't reach the sea there.
No, because there's a little bit across there that shuts it off, isn't there?
And it chucks it all this way.
Yeah.
And then if you look at the markings on the ground here, you got those sort of rays.
Well, they're and those masts, if you look, they're at radiant.
Yeah.
They're exactly the same. Look, they're like the fan is. They're all the same width, aren't they?
Radials coming out, and then you've got how many antennae are there?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe. A couple of small ones though, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big ones. I thought I saw more than that.
It's amazing, isn't it?
This was a Cobra Mist project, which was an Anglo-American experimental over-the-horizon radar station, which it was said could track trains moving in Russia. This long-range surveillance radar was built in the late 60s, but was shut down in 1973. Further along Orford Ness are the pagoda structures, which I believe house testing stations for our atomic bomb experiments.
Really old bits out here.
Yeah.
I've never been this close to this.
It's a nice hands-off day.
Yep.
But it's a big old container ship, isn't it?
Oh, they all are.
I think we might be losing this brilliant visibility if you look ahead.
Yeah. That's a little, just under your nose now, going the old fort.
Yeah.
And then all the old fogies like me go along where you can sit on the bit, and because we're old enough, don't have to pay.
All right.
So Sue loves it. She sits there for hours.
Yeah, because there used to be quite a nice cafe on the end there, didn't there?
Yeah. There still is.
All right. Got an airliner, 7,000 feet above. Oh look, straight above.
Oh, it's a little busy jet. You know what I mean.
Yeah. It's got a registration VQ. VQBXH.
No idea. Hey.
Nayland traffic, Golf Alpha Yankee Echo Hotel is in the overhead, Nayland traffic. Fuel pump is on, your harness okay?
Yep.
Hatch is okay, brake is off. I'll use carb heat in a moment. Undercarriage is down and locked, or as some people say, welded. Little bit more water in the reservoirs.
Yeah.
Yeah, decidedly not the same as when we took off. Glider just above the horizon there. When it turns towards you, you don't stand a cat's chance in hell of seeing it.
I can't see it.
Yeah, I just saw it as it was turning.
What, turning in for a landing, or?
Well, no, it was just positioning in a circuit, I think.
Right.
Okay, white arc. Air brake coming down. Nayland traffic, Golf Alpha Yankee, Echo Hotel, final Nayland traffic. Yeah, I agree with what they were saying. At the moment, it's quite difficult. I mean, we know where the runway is, but
yeah,
if you don't...
Couple of people on the top.
Yeah. Gonna have this one scored, aren't I?
As far as my moves are concerned, well, we're all packed up and ready to go. We're just waiting for solicitors. But hopefully by the time we get the Christmas update, we will have moved and there'll be other things to tell you about. But in the meantime, I'd just like to thank you for your continued support. I do very much appreciate it.
All right.